Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm doing a really simple tutorial on hanging a necklace pendant that has a front drilled hole. So a really simple design, and we've popped some sliding knots on our necklace as well. The pendant I'm using today is a beautiful boulder opal. It's got these really stunning inclusions, and it also has a hole drilled at the top. So if you can see it there, it's drilled right through the middle from the front to the back. For our necklace cord, we're using 45 inches of 1.5mm cord. So it does depend on the size of your hole to what size thread you can use. I find it helps to cut the end of my cord on an angle, and you can put some glue on the end, wait for it to dry, or seal it with a lighter, and this can make it easier to thread through as well. So first up, we place the cord through the hole. It doesn't matter whether you go front to back, just whichever way is easier. So if you still have trouble, you can try using a beading needle and just gently poking the end of that cord through the hole. My cord is a little bit tricky to get through, so I probably should be using a 1mm cord. I would say the hole is a 1mm hole, but anyway, I got it through, and I'll just cut the end of that cord off if it's a little untidy on the end. Now, placing the ends of our cord together, we're going to pull the pendant down right to the middle of our cord. So holding that pendant in the middle of the cord and holding it in my left hand, then we can take the bottom cord and take it around the back and around our finger. So working towards the left, we're doing that 2 full loops around our finger. Now gently remove the loops off your finger, and with this cord, bend it around and place it down both loops. Pulling it out the right hand side and gently pulling that knot down tight and tidy. You can also do 3 loops around your finger if you want a slightly bigger knot, but gently keeping these loops in their same order here makes a nice tidy knot. So pull your knot nice and tight, and you should be able to slide it up or down into the position that you want. Now we can tie some simple sliding knots onto our cord. So first up, I pull the cords out and just make sure they're nice and even. It's much easier to get your sliding knots nice and even if your cords are an even length. Now, laying our necklace down on the table, we're overlapping the cords here with this left side cord on the top. Now, picking it up and holding it in our left hand with this left side cord at the back. Now bringing this end over the front, down and out the back to form our first loop here. Now working towards the left, we bring it over the front, down and out the back for our second loop here. So gently holding these loops. Now bending the tail end of our cord around and placing it down both loops. Pulling it out the right hand side and gently pulling that knot down tight. So that's your first sliding knot. Now we swap our necklace onto the opposite side, again holding the necklace in our left hand with this left side cord at the back. So picking it up and doing the same thing on this side as well, taking it over the front, down and out the back to form our first loop here. And again to the left, over the front, down and out the back for our second loop. Now bending the end of our cord around and placing it down both loops. Pulling it out the right hand side, and this time we're gently going to pull it down so it sits nice and even with the cord on the other side. So because our cords were nice and even, we want these tails to be about the same length. Slowly working it down into the right position. You can always untie and retie any of these knots until you're happy with them. Pulling those knots nice and tight, now you can check over your whole necklace, make sure you're happy with it and how it's sitting. You can try it on for size as well, but if you're happy with it, then you can cut these tails off just outside the knots and singe with a lighter so they don't fray. So that's your simple necklace cord when you've got a pendant that's drilled front to back.